Yeah, all three of us on the same job. It was crazy.
That's what's up.
We held it down, bro. Oh, what up, y'all?
Hey, how y'all doing out there? Well, excuse me. Welcome to another episode of the panel. Tonight we will be covering a bunch of topics. We're going to have some people bumping in and coming in and hopefully joining us fairly soon. So we've got a couple of new faces that you may see. So give them some love when they get here. But look, man. So let's talk about this STD thing and these rising rates, man. So like 26% rise in syphilis year over year, and HIV is up 16%. What is going on? Are people just not caring? People not wrapping their shit up?
Well, this culture is crazy nowadays. You know, this stripper culture. I'm gonna blame it on and whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just weird how everybody, oh, here go the boy Alan. There you go, y'all. What's up,
hey, Alan?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
Awesome. Look, we were talking about this STD rise, man, and like rising rates in like syphilis. Syphilis has gone up 26% year over year, and HIV has gone up 16%. And so we're trying to figure out what's niggas doing. Are they not wrapping up their shit? They just out there free balling? What's going on?
Yeah, people getting crazy.
I mean, but don't they understand? Like, didn't they?
They're getting that freaking.
See, they just fucking anything.
Basically,
man. What you get, ramen?
I know, right? You got the ramen.
It's just that I think like nowadays we're more loose with it. And people, I don't understand. Like, I understand because I get it, whatever. But it's where are these diseases come? Why is all of a sudden like? Is it the way we eat? What the fuck is going on? Like eating ramen, like Alan over here? Like, what is
Lord.
It? Why are we so vulnerable to these things? You know what I mean? All of a sudden, when back in the day, it was less protection, less things.
And they just weren't getting tested.
Diseases too.
No, they just weren't getting tested. They had it. They just weren't getting tested.
They weren't getting tested. The knowledge wasn't out there. People weren't as aware. And right now, we're in the age of like media just throwing everything at you at one time.
So that's the thing. They weren't getting tested, so it was there. What you said?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. People were getting what?
AIDS.
I know. Back in my
syphilis has been around since Pangloss, and like that book. Pangloss got it and got sick. Pangloss.
The fuck is that, man?
Bro,
so
you don't
AIDS,
know Pangloss?
So isn't AIDS new?
Bro, look at my man Pangloss.
Alan.
I'm telling you, he's like 1800s and he caught syphilis.
But is AIDS new or not?
AIDS is new.
Yeah, that's what.
AIDS is fairly new. Yeah, in the 80s.
The newest set of all of them.
80s.
So that just goes to ask me I want to ask the question now: is syphilis new or new?
No,
syphilis old.
Syphilis been around since. Didn't King Henry die of syphilis?
Yeah,
King Henry VIII or some shit like that.
1800s and shit.
16. I think King Henry VIII died of syphilis, or he had one of those diseases. He had some STD.
But was it around the beginning of time, or was it developed? We don't know. But my thing is like it's got to be because how the diseases are changing over time and getting. There's got to be something what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just evolution, right? Shit's evolving.
What do you mean by that?
Like as we start to get diseases introduced, we become more immune to diseases. The human body is such an amazing creation, and we start to develop immunity to certain things. Like back in the day, you probably could die from a common cold. Now you could live. You know what I'm saying? Like our bodies are developing more antibodies and things to combat the diseases that are being introduced. Now, syphilis and certain things.
Syphilis 3000 BC.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Okay, boom. So like King Henry had that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I read it.
Pangloss had that shit.
Yeah. A lot of people had that shit, so that's been killing people forever.
So what about crabs and
I mean, that's just from niggas being nasty. Like, can we wash our hands? Can we after we sleep with somebody?
Syphilis came from cow and sheep, having sex with cows and sheep.
Are you serious?
So that's bestiality.
Banging out a cow or a sheep, basically.
Yeah, that bestiality type shit.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man.
I'm just saying, like, so what is the next? This is crazy. Like AIDS, didn't AIDS?
AIDS is
I
for
thought AIDS
monkeys.
was dying down, but now we find out that the numbers are up.
That's because people are careless. People no longer want to believe that the person that looks clean doesn't have the disease. And it's a damn shame. I mean, you can't trust nobody. I say when it comes to sex, people trust no fucking body. Wrap your shit
Well,
up.
that would suck if you're single, you know. If you're
I mean, you
single and
can't.
ready to mingle.
Hey, if you single and ready to mingle, you better wrap your shit up for your dingo fall.
Be
That
burned.
was whack as shit. But you feel me.
Be burned. Nah, I feel you for sure. Hey, and shout out to Dutchie. Happy birthday, Dutchie. You know,
Happy birthday,
she out
bestie.
there driving around her in the what is that, Nia? She had the
A
fuck,
Lambo.
fucking Lambo.
Yeah, I'm trying to be
Red
like that.
Lambo.
in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I want a
Living the
Lambo.
fast life. Who doesn't, brother? Shit.
You ain't ready for that, homie. You ain't ready. So
Part
let's,
with it, right?
Alan, have you ever had any STDs coming up in your single life?
No, sir. I'm a clean man that get tested regularly.
I mean, that's what people are supposed to do, right?
I never had none.
I haven't had any either, but I still
I
get
have
tested regularly as a
I have a
married
degree
person.
in phys ed and I have a master's in kinesiology. I went to mad health classes. I know
Look
what
at
that
him,
shit
be
looks
smart.
like.
Be smart. So drop some knowledge on this whole thing.
That's why I got no kids.
What did he say? That's
He
why
said he ain't got no
got no
kids because he's been
kids.
wrapping this shit up.
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, I just know my football game's strong.
I mean, but that won't help with crabs.
You gotta look at it before you put it in.
I mean,
You gotta do
gotta
general
look at-
inspection.
So wait,
Look at
wait a
it,
minute.
see
You
if
got
it's
a
good in the light,
microscope.
if it's good in the dark.
So you're saying you could tell from the look at it if it got an STD? That's what you just said.
No. You can tell if I look at it if it has crabs. You can see them motherfuckers.
Really? I
bro,
don't
they
know
crawl
about that.
around.
You see crabs hopping around like fucking.
sorry.
Yeah, it's like lice.
Really? They be hopping around like that?
Bro, did you pay attention to health class? Did you pay attention to health
No,
class?
not at all.
Apparently not. That
They
means
look
you
like
have some
little bed
STD.
bugs, don't they? I've seen it on like
I
yeah,
mean,
they
I've
look like
never
little
seen it
bed bugs.
personally. I've never seen them
I'm
personally.
talking about on the internet. You can find everything on
I've
the
never
internet.
even looked up on them on the internet. I'm just
You know
saying.
what I did as a
They're
parent?
called
I had
crabs for
to.
a reason.
I looked it up on the internet so I could like scare my kids straight. To be like, I showed her the blue waffle and everything. I was like,
I heard
if you
about
have
somebody
sex,
showed me that.
this
I'm
is
like,
what can
why are
happen
you
to
showing
you.
me this shit? That is just
Well,
horrifying.
this is what will happen.
Yep. I looked them all up and had her read up on every one of them.
Because I'm about to show the new one in here, that all that stuff too. 10 months, but I'm gonna show her now that way.
The blue waffles in her head for the rest of her life. Jesus. Ew.
Never again.
All right.
No, I'm sorry.
And moving on, what do y'all think about these grown-ups doing this blackface for Haley Bailey? So Haley Bailey is of that group Chloe and Bailey, and they used to be on that show Grownish. Anyway, so Haley is now the new Little Mermaid, and folks are up in arms because
Hold on, wait. Grownish, the movie that's with
No, the show.
The show
the
Grownish.
star.
Blackish.
That's her name, Haley.
No. The
Blackish?
star is Yara. The star is Yara Sadiri, I think. But the characters on there, the twins. So there's a set of twins, remember? And so it's
they're really
Haley
good
and Chloe.
singers. They're really good singers.
They're great singers. So
I did
one
a
of
taping
them,
with them for Thanksgiving.
that's what's up. So one of them is going to be Ariel for the Little Mermaid, and she's getting backlash because they're pissed off that a black girl is playing this. And there was even like an Indian dude that like painted himself in blackface on TikTok. And people are just coming for her. Like
shit.
Twitter is off the hanger. Like everybody is basically saying, "Not my Ariel." And there's a whole hashtag out there about it, and it's offensive. It's very offensive.
I mean, I don't know. It's all that, I don't know what's the whole uproar about. Because sometimes, it's really for a laugh and just have fun. They thought it was funny.
What do you mean, the blackface or the fact that they are protesting this black girl playing Ariel?
The black face. They're Wait,
Yo,
wait.
I do blackface every day, yo. I'm really white.
Oh.
I really like
Who's
that. It's rubbing
protesting?
off sometimes.
That's
Who's
the problem.
doing blackface right now, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in
Who's
blackface.
protesting?
Yeah, I am.
Wait,
Have to
who?
talk with proper English because I'm from the northern states.
But yes, no, they're protesting her. That's why the hashtag is out, not my Ariel. They're protesting her being Ariel in the movie. They're protesting her because she's a black woman about to play this white girl with red hair.
But Ariel is a black girl with red hair. I mean, I'm
I
not
get
trying to
it.
be the devil's advocate, but technically, Ariel was white with ginger. She was a ginger, so how can we have a black ginger? I mean,
There are plenty of black
I
gingers.
mean-
My grandson being one.
is he?
Yes.
He got red hair?
Yes, he
And
does.
shit, sign him up to play Ariel.
Yeah, he got fire right there.
So there are such things as black gingers. I mean, they're going to throw a wig on her. You know what I mean? And it's supposed to be fantasy. So if it's supposed to be fantasy, why can't anybody play it?
Well, then shit, if it's fantasy, I want to play Ariel.
You can. You going to dress in drag?
Fuck yeah, do it. Let's do it. I got the long hair.
Hey, shit,
I
work
got
that shit out.
Shit, you want? I got long hair. I can do it. Let's do it.
There you go.
Ariel all day.
There
Who's
you
protesting though? I didn't hear who's really protesting. Where?
So there's like, go on Twitter. There's like a whole a segment of people that are out there, a population of people that are out there protesting, and it unfortunately happens to be people of non-color that are protesting.
Fans of the fucking.
So they're being racist. You're
They're
saying.
being racist about her,
Or are they
are want to be
passionate about this specific piece of art, and they like, oh, this person is white. This is not right. This can't be right. They ruined it for me. No, but because people get passionate about art. You know what I mean? About how and specifics and stuff like that.
If we were that passionate, why would we have 15 Batmans? For God's sake, everybody and their grandmother played Batman.
What? You're right.
If they were passionate.
But they were
everybody
all
and grandma, except a black man that's played Batman. Let's put that out there.
No black man has played Batman, and no.
That's
black
what I
man
just
will
said.
ever,
Except the black man.
Batman. No black man will ever play Batman.
And why is that?
Yeah, why is that? Come on, man. You could play Batman. You look like.
Until Jordan Peele gets that fucking movie, no one's playing Batman. And there is going to be no black Superman. That's not happening, never happening. Maybe in 10 years, but not now.
What about Wayne Brady? They love Wayne Brady.
He can't play no superhero.
He can't play superhero. You want to play a
Brady?
dancing star? You want to play like some country singer? Do another star of the Rock movie?
Okay. Could you
But
see
nah.
Wayne Brady playing Kenny Rogers? He just died. Or didn't he just die? Kenny Rogers. Yeah.
Black guy will never play a white guy ever.
Why is that? But they get to play us.
That's true.
Black Panther. If it's not him, no one could be. That was our Batman. Black Panther. He was our Batman.
Chadwick Boseman. May he rest in peace.
Bro, he was Batman.
All right. So did y'all see that preacher in Brooklyn?
Which one?
What
the preacher in Brooklyn that got arrested during his live stream.
Oh, they ran up in the spot.
Wait, a preacher got arrested
during a live stream in Brooklyn, man.
I know a preacher got. I know the preachers got robbed live stream.
No. Okay, so it was the same dude, I think, because it was the same guy that was. Well, I don't know if it was the same dude, but a preacher. This particular preacher was robbed during live stream via gunpoint, right?
Yeah, he set that shit up.
And so what wound up happening is 2 ladies came into his church and they were acting suspect to him. Mm-hmm. So he said that they were acting very similarly to the people that had robbed him. And so what wound up happening is he called them up and then he tackled her. He grabbed one of the ladies and then they ran in and arrested his ass because they got him for assault.
Oh my God.
Because he thought she was going to be a threat.
He said he was trying to protect
his wife and kids.
Right, but
I mean, I guess he'll get away with that because that's he has trauma. He has trauma to your mama.
I mean, but how much can you get away with trauma?
First of all,
it all depends how the lawyer spins it. the lawyer can sit there and say, "Oh, my client felt so threatened because his first time getting robbed at gunpoint, which everyone saw. It was on live TV. It was viral, and he's gotten so much backlash from his congregation. Blah 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 blah. That now he's not able to live a normal life because everything he feels like is threatening." Bam! Case dismissed. Pay a
And
fine.
you as a
Go
juror,
away.
I'm sorry.
and you as a juror would vote for him. You as a juror would let him go.
If they know about that viral video of him getting robbed, and now he thinks everybody's gonna rob him, yes.
What if
Yes.
he groped the woman while he was holding her?
We got the
He
young.
groped her? If he groped her, he caught the titty.
I'm just throwing that
Wow.
out there. I'm just throwing that out there as an
Oh, what
option.
up, D?
Yo, what's going on?
All right, good.
Yeah, wildin'
Hi.
tonight.
Welcome.
What's up?
Welcome.
What's up? How you
Hey,
doing,
Dennis,
Malika?
Keith.
I'm Dennis. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? My fault, I'm
Nice to
late.
meet you.
He had
You
3D
said Gunner?
with his camera.
Because I
You know,
see
Dennis,
Dennis.
you're late. You gotta buy everybody drinks. You're late.
Yeah, you
And
Yeah,
missed the topics.
I'm the
Now I
best
wanna
boy
hear your-
now.
I want to hear
Yeah.
your point of view on certain shit, but it's all good. You know, you late.
Nah,
but
yeah,
you
I'm here. I'm tapped in. Yeah, first round on me. You know how that go.
hey, man. So we
What's
were talking
going
about
on,
this
though?
preacher that got robbed at Brooklyn in gunpoint, man. And
I think he got some shit going on by the way he reacted and by the way. I'm sorry. I just think he involved. He know what's up.
he involved in something, huh? You think
I
it's some
think I seen that
underground
video
shit?
y'all talking about. Yeah. That shit was
You
a
see that
setup.
shit?
Yeah, it was a
So
setup.
what happened?
Like some
What
insurance
happened in
scam.
the video?
I
You
also
seen it?
heard
What
that
happened?
he was like that he had like he owed some money to like the city and stuff like that and on taxes.
To
So
the
like
city.
yeah, like my boy, like that video came out. That happened like about a month or two ago, right?
Yeah.
Yep. something like
Yeah. My boy was talking about it. And he did some research on it. He was like that he owed some money, excuse me, to the city. He was late in taxes and shit. Like he was embezzling. So like he had to do
So
the
that's
little
the
church
reason he had
scam.
to fake. He had to fake a robbery.
Yeah, you don't. But you could like you don't.
This
Bad to
nigga
judge a
was
book by
rock.
cover.
See?
You feel what I'm saying? Like especially that he's a brother, but like you could look at him and you could tell that shit was no robbery. We could have, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, yeah, it's like sorry, man. You
yeah.
involved. There's too much going on, homie. And then you start looking at him and you just read his character like, nah.
Like this
What,
nigga on
what
some
preacher
bullshit.
has that much jewelry on him? Aren't
Exactly.
they told not to have jewelry and lavish things?
Man, I don't know
believe
what
in no
black preacher you know that don't be having lavish.
I don't like none of that. Any preacher that got
Baptist.
Glory or Rolls Royce, nah, I want my preacher to be broke.
You a Baptist lie.
Well,
Everybody
yeah, how you
I
a
know
preacher
driving a
driving a
Cadillac.
Rolls? Preachers are supposed to be humble. You know what
They
I'm saying?
are,
Like,
but they drive Cadillacs.
Not Baptist. Not the Baptist.
Shit. Wait a
Not the
minute.
Baptist.
You must be talking about Brooklyn Baptist because I'm down south and I
latest
see these
Cadillac.
Baptists.
Well, down
Where you
south,
at?
everybody's broke.
where you at down south?
VA.
VA? Oh, what? I
She
fuck
in
with
VA.
VA. You in the DMV?
Everybody
area.
fuck with
Jersey.
VA.
He in Connecticut and you uptown, baby.
I'm
Uptown.
uptown. Feel me?
No.
Uptown New York. We in
Yeah,
the jungle.
man. We want y'all to, continue
Matter
to
of
do
fact, I just saw something that kind of tied you guys together, and not trying to be
What?
funny, but the Karina White thing, uptown
Karina White?
Connecticut. Yeah, remember that girl that got abducted many years ago, and she just found her family, and she was abducted, but they stole her. Her mom came from Connecticut, stole her, and stole her from Harlem, took her back to Connecticut, raised her. The child's 23
See
years
what them
old.
type of Connecticut people do?
I was about to say that. And look, you see how the Connecticut nigga not here right now, like.
Yeah, Connecticut
Yo.
people are grimy, man. You gotta watch it.
you gotta
Real,
be careful with them
Can't
CT
believe that.
boys.
But like
Nah,
after
that's
all
crazy though.
this
I haven't heard about that
else,
story. So how long she
Man.
was missing for?
25, like she didn't find her family until she was like 23 years old, until she was about to have a baby, and she needed to get health
I
insurance.
heard something about that. Sure.
And so she was asking her
Crazy.
mom, "Yo, let me get my birth certificate, let me get my social and all that." Her mom couldn't produce it. Come to find out, she had been kidnapped from like this younger couple in uptown.
Nah, that's nuts.
Yeah. And now the girl don't really fuck with the biological family no more because the bio mom called the cops on the kidnapper.
That's a fact. Yo, Dennis, because you didn't get to talk about these topics. Do you have any kids? First of all,
Nah, no kids.
we
Not yet.
were discussing like you out there, you young, you single.
Wait,
Like-
I'm sorry. There's a lot of background. Can we mute something?
What is that?
I don't
Nah,
know.
my fault. That was my bag. I was looking for some bud.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He
He
was
said some
shuffling.
bud. Go back to scrounging.
He was scrounging.
So as you out there, do you find that nowadays these bras, a lot of STDs is going around, or what? What you think about that?
Oh yeah, I had seen that post. Let me see what's the numbers on that, because there was a crazy spike in the numbers on that. Like over the
26%
last year, a
increase in
lot.
syphilis.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? That's disgusting. I
It
mean,
is.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I got friends that they be going crazy, and I be telling them like, yo, you gotta wear your hat. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta wear your hat. Especially if you single. Like, I'm gonna speak from my own perspective, because I'm single. I'm not out here, going crazy, because you gotta protect yourself.
But a lot of people
And it's
lying
just,
about like if they got it. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you
oh,
got,
I mean,
if you
you
got it and you
said it the
lie about
best,
it,
man. Protect your neck.
you get a one-way ticket to hell if you out here lying about that shit. That's dangerous. I
What,
ain't gonna lie,
AIDS?
like that's even crazier.
I'm
Like,
talking about any little thing. I'm talking
I
yeah,
about
wish I
all
would
kind of
catch
shit.
something to find out a nigga
it'll
lied. I'm killing that
it'll
motherfucker on contact.
it,
It
you
is
get what I'm
insane
Not
to
saying?
shoot
AIDS.
the
I'm
motherfucker.
talking about the other shit, little shit.
I don't
Like
give a fuck.
STDs and shit. It doesn't matter if that shit curable. You don't want to go through that process and that dilemma. You feel what I'm saying? And then you just gonna look at somebody differently. Like, but where there be people that be doing that, I ain't gonna lie. People be out here just.
But a lot of people got it. A lot of people you fuck with got something. They got either herpes or crabs or syphilis or this or that. Because it's very common, homie. Those them little things like that. Sorry to say it, but it's true. You feel me?
Well, and
Nah,
I
yeah,
don't
like,
think that the newer generations have that much respect for sex as they used to back in the. And I'm not trying to say that the older generations are little, but it was like a lot more scary because, like, if you got AIDS, that's a death sentence. Like now, you see
you know what I'm
commercials
saying?
about how you can continue to live with that shit. Like if you got like Magic Johnson should have been fucking dead
Yeah,
in
but
our.
he rich though. Nobody
But
in
he
the
When
hood
rich.
you
rich.
got
That's the
bread, it's
difference.
No,
different.
he got
When
bread.
you
It's
got that
different
much
from when
bread,
you
it's
got
different.
bread.
But when
Magic
I was
Johnson
growing
does
up and
not
they was
have
talking about
AIDS. He is
Oh
cured.
my
Right? He's a
god.
healthy man. He is a healthy individual.
he probably
He
is shit.
is healthy.
Nah,
But
he
it's like
rich with
different now.
AIDS. He rich
It's
with
different
AIDS.
now, and sex is not as valued as it used to be. You know what I mean? Like people just
I agree
smashing
with
just to
that.
smash.
I agree with that.
Like even chicks nowadays, like my homegirls is like, fuck it. You know what?
Slaying. Just
I had
slaying.
an itch.
Slaying. Slaying.
I had an itch, and the motherfucker was cute.
Shout out
You
to
Slaying.
got
Dutchie. Happy birthday to Dutchie. She rolling around in her Lamborghini right now. Somewhere
Hell yeah.
in
And what
Hawaii,
the hell's
well,
Jimmy?
happy
down the
birthday,
coast.
Dutchy.
But
Nah,
yeah,
but
I mean, it's just I'm interested to find out because you a youngin, you know.
mhm.
I'm
I
a
mean,
youngin too. No,
nah. Yeah,
You see how we
we
both
just
pause?
talking about.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Like we don't know you, but
My earpod fell out. What was that? Your own what?
I wanted to
Nah,
ask Jimmy about this Trump shit about the whole family getting sued by New York. Goddamn, 250 million. I'm like, what the fuck?
let's
that
see
shit
if he
was.
comes on. But in the meantime, let's talk about this broad getting garnished. Her check getting garnished by Cardi B. Cardi B getting her money.
Yo,
She don't
Cardi
care
ain't
about her
playing with
bag.
Shorty. Cardi said he
What
thought it was
happened with
over.
Cardi B?
3
So,
million. She said, I need
so
my
that
3.
chick, Tasha
Mhm.
K, it basically said that Cardi B was doing prostitution and stuff like that. So she slandered her.
Slander.
She defended Karen.
I
And so
mean,
Cardi B
she
sued her.
from Uptown, like where
You
like
can't
when she was
slander her.
coming up. Yeah, like it's hard to slander her now because she's so big, but like she used to strip and she used to be in the club, and it,
Yeah, but that's
if you go to the
disrespecting
club,
all the strippers that's out there just
I'm
strips.
not
And they
fucking.
selling their
you
pussy.
know what it is.
That's
I'm
not
just
what
trying to.
I
I'm
strip.
saying it. I'm just
I don't get
speaking it
out my
from like a
pussy.
different perspective. Like I don't give a
Go
fuck
ahead.
what you do. Like I like
Go ahead.
strippers. I ain't gonna lie. I went to the gentleman's club last night. I had a great time. But
Yeah.
you feel what I'm saying? Like, there's always gonna be like when you get to a certain level of success, you always gonna have people that's always gonna try to out you, especially on your past. And like when in her past, she was definitely in the club tripping and like you know what go down in it. So like they trying to pull her card for that, but. I mean, I
But she
fuck
was
with her.
like, nah,
They
you got
trying to
me
pull her
fucked
card
up.
and she about to pull it back. Yeah, 3 million for trying to be in
No,
somebody's
4
business.
million. She pulled that shit way back.
She said,
Look
4
at that.
million and give me your check, bitch. I'm garnishing your pay.
You
That's
feel
what the
what I'm
fuck is going
saying?
down.
That's what you get for minding your business. So where I fuck with Cardi B, like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I
yeah.
fuck with anybody that came up out the hood and taking care of their family. Like if they did it, the right way. Like I
Yeah, I
can't
feel
knock
like
it.
she got a lot of integrity. I don't give a fuck what nobody think about because she's stripped and
Exactly.
all that shit. You know what I
People
mean?
gotta eat. Bills gotta
Yeah,
get
Yeah,
paid. Shit.
you feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I respect it. Like
she
I
got her
can't get mad at
kids
that.
with her baby daddy, with her husband. Like, what else she want from the broad? Shit, she doing her thing, making a lot of
Hmm.
money and supporting a lot of people too. At that,
That's
you
a
feel
fact.
me? Oh,
That's
here
a
goes
fact.
Jimmy. We're gonna
About
ask him
time.
about this question. Jimmy about to come in here because I
You
want
gonna
to.
ask him about Trump real
I
quick?
want to know what he know. The whole New York, my state is suing Trump, and that's a fact. It ain't no, we ain't just talking. That's really going down. New York is suing Trump for 250 million.
Now
Damn.
there are other people. Isn't somebody else about to get sued too? Like Texas or I think Texas is getting sued too. Their governor for sending the migrants, just putting them on the bus and flying them up.
Yeah, what's going on with him?
I don't even know, man.
You
But
see
in
it?
the interim, let's talk about Simone Biles and how
Uh,
her fans came to her on Twitter. Here comes
He
Jimmy.
mad at you because you late, Jimmy. Go
Get that boy.
What up, Jimbo?
ahead.
First of all, I'm sitting in the stream all by myself with my
Yeah,
head on my
right.
You
chin.
always sitting in the studio
Yeah,
all by
that's
yourself.
cat.
Why?
All
You
right,
need a new excuse, Jim. You need a
Jimmy,
new
let me
fucking
introduce you
excuse.
to my
Yeah.
friend Alan. He's in
Yo,
Hey,
Connecticut,
hey,
right?
guys, how are you, man?
And my friend
Yo,
Dennis right here, he's uptown, baby. So let's
Jimmy, what's
go.
good, brother?
Now, Jimmy.
We
Yeah.
can't say uptown without saying baby, huh? I'm
Me and
sorry.
Dad.
Go
So,
ahead, man. You wanted to ask him the question
Oh
about
yeah, I really did because you didn't hear about fucking Trump getting sued, his whole family and his kids by New York State. Did you hear about that? For
yeah, man.
250 million?
Oh, yeah.
No, you
I'm
didn't.
I'm always up on Trump's current affairs, man.
They said because of fraud. So what do they mean by that?
What's that, bro?
They said because of fraud allegations.
Oh,
What
yeah. Okay. Very
what did he
simple.
do to fraud?
He said
Trump,
very simple.
for the last 10 years has literally been lying to not only the banking institutions, but there's things that you can't do in this country as far as when it comes to monetary issues, especially with the federal government. The minute you lie on a piece of paper and you mail it, it becomes a federal offense. So the documents that he has produced mailing those items have become a federal offense. Literally lying about his apartment when it's,
Mm.
in other words, he did this to the Dutch bank, the Deutsche Bank, which does not lend him money anymore, and they are literally owed about $600 million, I believe, that Trump has to now pay.
Wow.
But what he did was, Mook, I come up to you, you're a banking guy, and I say, hey, you know what? My apartment here is 30,000 square feet, and it's estimated over $750 million. When technically it's only 11,000 square feet, and it's only worth $75 million.
Got the finesse.
Yeah, so he's in big trouble, and they all knew about it, and they've all been doing it. I've been telling people for years, and everybody has been calling me up saying, "Holy mackerel, Jim, you're right. Trump is getting indicted." And I said, "This guy is going to get arrested one day."
Jimmy was right. Jimmy was right.
And a
Wasn't
lot of
he?
people said I'm crazy, but
Oh wait, he's not getting arrested yet. He's not.
oh
In
no,
criminal
he's going to
court.
be getting arrested.
No, he's
Yeah.
not.
Wasn't
Well,
wasn't he
I think
wasn't he
I
filing for
honestly.
bankruptcy a lot with a lot of businesses? Like isn't he also under the law for that?
Oh
Well,
yeah, he did that plenty of times.
Well, this is beyond bankruptcy, man. Bankruptcy is when you're devout cash and you have depleted all your funds, and hey, I'm going to claim bankruptcy because I'll never be able to pay these bills, or I'll never be able to do this. What Trump did was he's declaring that he's a billionaire, but yet he literally, I think it was estimated, she could only go for $250 million.
Wait, Jimmy, wait 1 second. I'm sorry, because I'm smelling like a Trumper in the building. Alan, how do you?
Alan's a
oh no,
Trumper?
I'm just listening. I'm not a Trumper.
No, it's okay.
I'm just ordering shit on Amazon.
Oh, right. There you go, man.
Wow.
I'm trying to make America great again.
Yo, Mook.
Hey, you know,
I knew
I know
it
where
was
you
a
live,
Trumper
bro.
somewhere in there. I knew it.
I know where you live, Mook. I know where you live. Just know
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
I'm the captain now.
Let's
You know,
let's talk about it. I'm not a Trump hater or a lover, but let's talk about it. You know.
hey, I don't hate Trump. I really don't hate anybody, but you know, I do regard the Constitution of this country and the laws as abiding. And again, he took an oath. He disrespected that oath. He doesn't have problems just in New York. I think his biggest problem is going to be in Georgia because that is really true, and that is an offense that was put in place in 1978 because of Richard Nixon.
Okay.
So just because of what he did in Georgia, he's going. I think he's going to get indicted because that is again, we have laws against presidents that they can and cannot do certain things, but these people are not beyond the law. You know, I just right now my big hope is that Trump can't run anymore.
But when you say indicted, that means you know, usually it's a continuing enterprise of criminals.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's
But
a
Mook,
community
if
of
there one
people too.
mistake and shit, he might get away with it because he's Trump. You feel me?
That's
And
right.
what did he do in Georgia?
All that he's not doing no laws.
Wait,
He's not
that- voting fraud.
That's a good
You know what I
question.
mean?
okay, what he did in Georgia, you know, what he did in Georgia was he asked the electorate official who gives in the count. He asked that gentleman to find him 11,000 votes. And he said, I don't care how you do it or what means you do it, just get me 11,000 votes. Because that's what he was
There's a way
short in
out of that.
Georgia.
When you got money, there's a way out of that right there. There's a way out of that. You got money, there's a way out of that. It ain't because I'm sorry. What I meant was get the motivation and work hard or whatever the fuck, you know.
No, Mook. What he was looking to do was turn over documents.
Way out of that. That's not signed and sealed.
There's no way out of that. You can't ask an elected official to raise 11,000 votes when a count is already issued. That's fraud.
Yeah, it's wrong. We know that, but
well, he's being indicted for it. The state of Georgia is suing him.
Oh, so he's getting sued by Georgia and New York.
He's getting sued by Georgia. He's getting sued by New York. The Deutsche Bank will be soon coming after him. He owes them well over $500 million, and I do not claim anything on the total amount because I'm not. I know it was over 500 million, so. He's not a billionaire as he claims to be. I guarantee you that by the time the Deutsche Bank and everybody gets done with him, he's not going to have a lot of money. But the problem is that Trump now has people saluting him like Hitler, and I warned everybody about this. Nobody listened to me. You saw in his last rally, they were putting their hand up like Hi Hitler. Nobody realizes that he wants to demolish our democracy and become a dictatorship. And there's people in this country that want that. And I want you to think about how dangerous what I just said to you. And that's the truth. There's over 75 million people that believe that this guy is a messiah of the United States, which is really messed up, man. You know,
it's scary.
So Jimmy.
As a messiah is a strong word.
You ever watch?
But so is Trump. It's a strong word, but yet it's very strong on what he's doing.
Jimmy.
I mean, people believe in him. They're giving him the Hi Hitler sign, man.
You released the beast, Lou.
Nah, I heard though.
Malik's always got it.
I got a question for you though. You know what I mean? Because you a tall guy. How tall are you? Like 6 feet or something?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
6'1.5".
You wasn't a bad looking guy back in the day, Pauls. You know what I mean?
I'm still good looking, so that's yourself, bro.
About your back in the day about these STDs and what's going on. How was it back then? You wasn't scared of no AIDS and no different shit like that.
What, in the 70s?
Coming up.
Bro, do me I was a teenager in the 70s, and let me tell you something. I don't want to hear about this STD bullshit. This is all. Listen, they had condoms in the bowling alleys. When you went to clubs, the women and men had condoms, and the sex was rampant in the 70s, man. Sex was crazy. Yeah,
And they had condoms.
They had condoms.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they were using them.
And that's what I'm
made
trying
the
to
point
say
of
about
condoms.
Well, they were putting that out because that's how bad it was in the 70s. Everybody was afraid of getting crabs, and forget about AIDS. They were afraid of getting herpes and all this crap.
Hepatitis B. Or C.
Like in your career, have you ever caught any STDs? That's all right.
No, bro, I never did. I'm sorry, Mook. Did I disappoint you? Did I disappoint you, buddy? I'm so sorry. Damn it, man. Mook came on the show. I'm gonna get Jimmy, man. Jimmy definitely got an STD, man. Oh, that Jimmy, he got STD. I know he did.
Everybody is. I'll be like, you gotta be honest. That's all. That's no problem.
No,
Mook's the only one to have one.
Mook, did you ever have an STD?
Yeah, nobody asked.
I don't know. No comment.
Ooh,
No comment. Oh, no, not me.
You know what that means?
Not me. I didn't even hear what you said.
Listen, man. When you in the field, it happened to the best of us. When you in the field,
Yo, Mukta, what's that rate?
See what happens? No. But no.
Damn,
do they have to give you a shot in the ass? Is that
You're an
how it
older
goes?
guy and you had a lot of what'd you say, nigga?
I said for the STD, do they give you shots in the ass?
Fuck that. I never been come on, man.
Mukta's never taken anything in the ass.
So Jimmy, in your career,
That's how a lot of
you
these
never
things
had
still
nothing
spreading
like
too, though. I mean, that monkeypox.
no herpes, no crabs.
no, not the monkeypox.
No, you
It's a
never
certain-
got burned
it's a
not
certain-
once or
yeah.
nothing. Like none of that, huh, Jimmy? Nothing.
No, man. Honestly, I was a bit of a nerd growing up. I was doing karate. I was always in karate class. I was always in guitar class. I was always playing in bands.
So girls didn't like you, basically. That's what you're saying.
No, I was just, man, I was always reading and studying and hanging. I was a loner, sort of say, man.
Why are you giving them two choices? Either you were fine and your dick was burning, or you were a nerd and you ain't getting no pussy.
You wasn't getting no pussy in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, totally,
choices.
Malik. Without a doubt, man.
No,
Your
why is
analogy.
it only
I
two
know,
choices?
Jimmy.
You can be a nerd to get pussy.
This is my brother.
Hey, well, any of you
Listen, I know
guys.
nerds that get pussy.
Nah, Jimmy was getting them.
That's
he was
right,
getting
bro.
them hoes in the band. He was getting them fire hoes.
Bro, back in the 70s, man, they were having sex in cars. People were pulling over. Do you remember that guy Horowitz, the guy that was shooting people?
So like
Except-
Frank, just all the
Mercury.
time.
Yeah. I mean, that's how bad it was in the 70s. The 70s, I see the 70s coming back because, coming out of the 60s, I was really too young, but the 70s, I started realizing how crazy everything is. I mean, you would go into clubs and people were running rampant, and you have that now, and a lot of the causes of that is COVID, because people are frustrated. People don't care anymore. It's become that 70s kind of psychedelic, era where everything was just flamboyant, man, and people were very flamboyant. And I think the 80s and the 90s discharged all that because it wasn't like the 60s and the 70s. But now the 70s are coming back.
That's
Because in the 70s there was a lot of hate. There was a lot of hate crimes coming displaced from the 60s. And now, because of Trump, you have those hate crimes back again. And this is really what's very dangerous in this country, and why people should really pay attention to what's going on.
So how was it? I got a question for you. How was it in the 70s as a teen coming up?
So wait, before we jump on that, we do have a comment. Khalil Bolden Day, Khalid Bolden Day says HIV/AIDS rate has seen an increase among so-called AAs and Latinos, so African Americans and Latinos, in the last 15 to 20 years, especially in the southern states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I touched on it earlier, like our culture with the music and the stripper culture, it's all good, if you're a grown man. But the way they doing it now on the radio and shit now is really for the kids, and everybody's hearing this shit. So the coming up, they're getting trained to be promiscuous, and it's just the way. That's just how it is when you from the certain areas. That's just how it is. I ain't gonna hold
Hey,
you.
Mook, you see how people are dressing now? Little kids going to school, 12 years old.
It's crazy, man.
You see the way, I was just in the mall the other day because I had to pick up stuff. And I thought these girls were like 18, 19 years old. And I'm talking to the counter person, and I mean, they came in, their clothes were so tight and so short. And I'm like, I mean, holy mackerel. I said, if I was 18 years old, the woman behind the counter said, those kids are 12 years old. And she goes, and I swear to God, I went, that is insane.
Well, the sad. Okay, so to jump on what Moose said
said,
earlier.
man, Mook, I didn't mean it like that, Mook. I was like, wow.
But still, yeah, it's ridiculous.
I feel you.
Well, I mean, it's also the stuff that they put in the food too, right? So the
I wouldn't
steroids
even-
and things like that, those are making the young girls develop so much quickly. And to
Yeah.
jump on what Moose said, like a few years back, I want to say maybe even 10 years ago, there was a news article it actually came on the news where this young girl, second grade, had got caught giving fellatio in the park in the school playground.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Why is a 7-year-old on her knees?
7-year-old.
Already.
That's wicked.
Crazy, right? It's just crazy out there. It's a crazy, crazy world. All right.
Yeah, you got people that just really we're losing our scruples as human beings. We're losing our ability to have empathy. We're losing our ability to be decent. I mean, it's just really an allowance of parents and not having control over kids anymore, because they don't. We've also spoiled them, regardless of race or age or anything. Parents today, and especially millennials, have really taken in their children and really spoiled them. Like, kids don't want to work today. They want to go on the computer. They want to sell on the computer. I see guys that are 28 years old. He came and wanted a job from me. He was out of breath just lifting up one bag of sand.
That just means he was out of shape.
And you know what he said to me? You know what he said to me?
You know what
he said to me? Fuck this.
Now you know what I blame it on? I blame it on the internet, and not just him being 28 and not lifting a sandbag.
I agree, bro.
He probably is out of shape. He need to hit the gym. But
but I do agree. He's right.
And little kids living up to this social standard that's out there. That's invisible, right. But we all see it. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just it puts a lot of pressure, especially on kids who don't have very good social skills, or who don't grow up in a family with love. You feel what I'm saying? And I was blessed to I was born in '95, so I was blessed to be a part of an era where you had to link up on the block at 6 o'clock. If not, you was toast. Everybody gone. You know what I'm saying? I catch you tomorrow. You feel what I'm so I was a part of that era, and then I was able to develop.
But you're lucky, man.
Into the internet and phones, exactly. So I know what it is to appreciate the little things, and now kids in days. The generation before me, even my little sister's generation, she's 19. Thank God she's good. But those kids, man, this is different. This is different. Kids have no respect. They have no manners. They look up to they idolize the wrong things. And it's just all messed up, And it starts in certain areas that,
but
certain communities need to fix. But
it's a lot of good kids out there too. But
of course.
We focus, on the bad gets the light, gets the light shine on. That's just how.
Of course. So the positive in that is that certain kids who never really had the outlet to be seen by the world, that's what the internet gives them. Social media, things like that. That's the positive in it too.
But the internet creates like, okay, so the internet creates too many bullies. And I mean people that are not themselves on the internet. So it's not
Oh
even
yeah, of
like you're
course.
getting a true representation of that person, because you get somebody that's like wham 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 wham, and then you
And
get
they
up
not
on
really
them
like that.
and they like, oh, I'm sorry, and they're timid and mild as a
That's
mouse.
right. Yeah.
And
Oh no,
it's
yeah.
and it's also the problem of this trophy thing. Everybody gets a fucking trophy. How
That's
about
right.
you have to earn this shit? How
Mhm.
about if your team fucking sucked, you don't get a trophy, you didn't win the championship?
Period. That's
I
why
feel
we
you.
were asking, we want to touch on the question of was times easier back in those days when shit was more simple. It was not easier, but better for America. You know what I mean? Now let's keep in mind the racism and the bullshit, the civil rights movement, all that shit going on too. But at the same time, it's like, wait a minute, like we fuck this internet, this shit, a lot of shit we should have been able to control a little more better type of shit. But I'm not sure. I'm in the middle, because the internet still, my man got
Yeah.
his shit on the internet. You know what I mean? His masters, I think, on internet shit, like different things. There's a lot of positive shit on the internet, but
Uh,
these
it's
kids, if the parents don't fucking gauge it, it get
word. It's
ugly.
like it's like with
Hey,
anything in
man.
life, like you just need the proper guidance, especially with something that's new. But it's all about what you do with it. Everybody could given the same opportunity, the same tools, whatever the case may be. But it's really all about what you decide to do with it. So word, I fuck with the internet. I'm not gonna lie, like it's a great tool, and it's made the world in certain ways you want to talk about simpler. Like back then, yeah, life was simple, but you couldn't talk to somebody in your native country on the phone and see them from your house right here.
Right?
You feel what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's
That's
We
true.
true.
wouldn't be able to do what we're doing
Communication,
right now, two
family.
Oh,
decades
dude, I don't
ago.
think anybody's giving up on the internet. Like, fuck
Nah,
that. Like,
not
if
like
my
that.
Oh
But
internet
yeah,
goes out, I'm having
not
a
yet.
complete fucking
Of
meltdown.
course. I'm just being exactly.
Well,
I'm just being
yeah,
devil's
we've become
advocate. You feel
right.
what I'm saying? So
Malik,
like,
that's dangerous because I depend on the internet. If I
yeah,
I
That's
want
what
to
I'm
tell you,
saying.
I
My
love the
banking is done
internet.
on the internet. Like, I pay
that's
my bills
another
on the
thing.
internet. My
That's goes to
banking.
what I'm saying.
you
Like
can
how
learn
we
on the
depend
internet.
on it
You
now.
feel
You
what I'm
feel me?
saying? You don't know how to do
That's not
something. You
human.
go on
That's not
YouTube real
natural.
Listen,
quick. You learn something in 10 minutes. Like I
Hell
remember
yeah.
when I had first caught my flat tire. I was on the Jersey Turnpike. It was raining, pouring in the rain. Go on my phone, did that shit real quick.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to the internet. So like it's just like but like you said too, you got people who be hide behind the screen and talk shit all day. So like there's good and bad in everything. So you just gotta have the balance in life.
Not just that. It ain't about that. It's about these kids, getting the wrong information the wrong way real quick and seeing certain shit and getting fucking desensitized by all these stupid images that people putting up. You feel me? So it's like there
That's
should be
true
like
too.
in certain countries they got shit where these kids can't be on no fucking internet. It's illegal for a kid to be on the fucking internet type of shit.
I mean, there are a lot of parents out there that let the internet babysit their kids. I mean, if we keeping it a buck about the internet, I mean, the internet has now become a place where it's like it's a catch all for everything, right? I
Mm-hmm.
can order my groceries and babysit my
Yeah,
kid
I know.
all from my cell phone.
Yep.
Like, that's bullshit,
And
right?
really, it shouldn't have been, the conversation shouldn't have been about the internet. Really, it's just about when times were simpler. But really, fuck it, because the internet controls is the whole shit
I
about
mean, it's totally changed everything.
it.
and you know what's awesome? You used to be able to get in your car, and if you needed to buy a shirt or get something, you had to go to a store.
And you knew where it was in your
You
brain.
knew where it was. You had a destination. You met up with your friends.
No
Now,
GPS.
a lot of my friends, I don't even say, hey, you want to go out and get a couple of drinks? They'd rather sit home and talk to me through a text message. I don't want to go there. And well, that place is out of business now. Again, our social graces are gone. Kids today are amplified into being home, sitting on their bed, talking to their friends on computer.
Yep.
Also, what's very dangerous about the internet, it's showing how young men, are becoming women.
Mm.
They're dressing like women. No, and I don't. I'm not. This is
Right.
not a gay thing. It's not against
Yeah.
transsexuals. I want all transsexual and gay people to know that I'm not saying anything
What do
about
you mean
them.
by that? Because it sounds funny when you say
But
Well,
it
it.
sounds like
bro,
people can be themselves on the internet.
Listen, have you seen the internet? Have you seen guys that are on the internet today? They're talking about they bought Alana had a dress and I borrowed it and I liked wearing it. That's what I'm talking about. I went to go get gas at a stop off in the Garden State Parkway the other day. I saw 6 men. I thought they were women. I'm pulling up to the line on the Chick-fil-A to get my mac and cheese, which I didn't even want to eat anymore. They all turned around. They were men dressed as women, makeup, everything, long hair.
Jimmy, your homophobia is coming out, brother.
What's
You
that, baby?
over there because you're rolling. You thought you were rolling. He go there and get some mac and cheese.
He couldn't even eat it.
He didn't even want the mac and
Mook,
cheese.
Malik, I'm so glad I make you laugh, babe. That's my joy, honey.
He threw that shit in the trash. He said, "Fuck this mac and cheese."
I'm sorry, man. The world is we're turning into pacifists, man, and we're not remaining sharp.
A lot of people are, but there are still some sharp people out there.
The majority wins, babe, and the majority is a lot of young guys want to hang out. I mean, of course, I'm a man. I want to hang out with a girl, but I want to do it in a dignified way or go out.
Yeah, right.
You know, I don't want to. I never played.
Yo, no Netflix and chill.
Yo,
Netflix and chill.
You want to hang out
check him out. Mook, I think Mook sits here just to hear me, so if I slip up, he can jump on my ass and let me know who I really am.
I just gotta be real.
Mook, I'm talking about taking a girl out on a date or going to a movie or going to a mall, not going to our house to play dressed up and ask her what kind of makeup she likes better. I mean, men are wearing makeup, bro. Don't you see?
Beautiful girl.
Men are getting weaves, dude. Men are getting like lace fronts now.
I think it's the weed. Don't smoke the weed from Mexico. I think you have to get the weed that's in California. That's what I smoke.
But dudes are wearing lace fronts. So, like, yeah, I knew hell with the handbasket with that. When niggas
Malik, you know what I'm saying?
It was fucked up.
No, it's just that I don't know what we're turning into.
Young homies, though. Dennis, what do you think about this? He's dissing the young generation.
Wait, what's that, Mook?
It got nothing to do with me.
This is the young generation. I want to hear what Dennis think.
I got nothing to do with me. You feel what I'm saying? Like people, like that shit got. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dennis, like I ain't rocking no lace front.
I got my dude on. I got the waves on. I don't know about no lace front, but now where that shit like I don't know.
Oh
man.
shit, Dennis about to wear some dresses.
Like I said earlier, like it starts in the house. You feel what I'm saying? Like certain people get the right love in the house.
That's the bottom line right there.
You get what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like that's a bigger conversation. That's a whole nother topic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's deeper than just doing that. Like why are they doing that? Like you know what I'm saying? Like who's monitoring them? Like what's going on in the house?
Nobody.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Like certain kids getting like what you said earlier, kids getting bullied all the time. You feel what I'm saying? And they got nobody to go talk to about it. They don't got no father in the home. They don't got that masculinity. So like, but that's just that it get deeper than you know what I'm saying. So like, at the end of the day, like if you don't change things like that, there's gonna be a whole bunch of other problems in society, and not just kids wearing dresses. You got kids shooting up schools and shit like that. Like shit that really. You know, in dresses, you know what I'm saying? They got a book bag, they got a gun under the dress. They're like, nah, that's fucked up. But like, I'm sorry if anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just be joking about everything. I got some dark humor at the end of the day, you know. Like, you know, but at the end of the day, like, there's where like there's just bigger problems than kids and dresses and shit. Like, I don't really give a fuck.
I got hope in the youth, and
Yeah, like it, like I feel like yeah, like, and there's a lot of men that are stepping up as fathers. Like I'm starting to see like a trend, and that's a good trend. Like a lot of people are stepping up when they have children, and people are understanding the importance of being there for their child, especially during the youth, and a lot of people my age, a lot of people my age and during my generation, we grew up without fathers. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of our fathers, weren't present in our early lives. So like now I'm starting to see people my age having children and like they understanding the importance of that. So like little things like that won't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it starts in the household, and I feel like
Yeah, you're right.
things are changing for the better.
See, that's why I got faith in the youth. You heard it was starting the house, and that's the truth. You feel me?
Amen.
Word.
So, yeah. What we
Word.
doing? What we
Oh, you
doing?
can put it up there.
Salute to that. I got some juice right here. You know.
You guys are
Nice,
telling me
man. Enjoy that.
I want y'all to know, this is my sis, and this is one of my best friends right here, Jimmy. These are my two comrades, my boys, and whatever else. And I want y'all to know, like, this was a good show. I like to hear y'all input. We got Connecticut,
Word.
we got Uptown, we got Shaolin, and VA up in this bitch, and Jersey. So this is a real panel for y'all motherfuckers. And shout out to Dutchie because it's her birthday today. And she
In Hawaii would
pushing
be in
that
house.
red
Lambo.
Yeah, Dutchie rented a red Corvette, man.
No, a Lamborghini. It wasn't a Corvette.
Oh, it's babe. I swear to God, I'm so sorry.
Dude.
I'm so sorry. Would that be bad?
Yeah, you're insulted.
She corrected me, and Malik loves correcting me, man. That was no Corvette. That was a Lamborghini.
There it is. Oh shit! I'm fucking up.
Yo, Alan, he a construction master too. Jimmy, Alan got his business running, construction and doing this thing.
Word.
So that's just how it go down. These guys are masterminds.
Yo, look at my house right now. Ready?
Yeah, let me see, Alan. Look
all
at him.
paid
I hear you was painting.
for painting.
Ladies, #1 bachelor.
Wow, very nice, bro. Enjoy, man.
Congrats.
Nah, yeah, my guy Alan, no, he nice with the construction shit. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So
Hey, Khalik said that I grew up during the tail end of the 70s and 80s and the 90s, and some of the shit I was exposed to and witnessed was absurd, and I still say it was better back then. I think that's debatable, but
it's debatable. But I was in I'm still
he froze
in the middle about it, because like these kids, this theme that they got going on with it's a lot going on out, and I guess I think I'm getting old the way I'm talking, but like, yo, these kids is about killing each other nowadays. It's crazy.
I mean, don't nobody want to scrap in the streets no more. They want to pull out their gat.
Facts. Now you're absolutely right. Like when I was a teenager growing up, like we used to fight a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what happened, like we was using our hands. We scrapped, and like whether you got jumped, whether it was the one-on, whatever the case may be, like we scrapped, and like you went to school class right after. Nowadays, these little kids, and I'm talking about when I was a teenager, like 13, freshman year, 14, 15, young kids. These 13, 12-year-olds, they walking around with 2 guns. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a group of 6 of them, and they got more guns than the amount of people that they rolling with. And that shit is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And they're getting younger.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's part of like gang culture and stuff like that. Like one of my best friends, her daughter was murdered, I want to say about 2 years ago. And she just happened to be at this party in Brooklyn. And these kids were trying to get their shit. And so they ran in, they blocked the door, and they shot up the whole building, the apartment building. For what? Yeah, gang-related shit.
Yeah, but this is
what I'm saying. That's why
there's nothing but that.
Because that's how it's spreading so fast. Negativity spreads faster than positivity. And that's why I'm always bashing that guy, DJ Academics, on this channel, because he started that Chirac Savages shit, and he was making, these guys famous, giving them nicknames and all that type of shit, killers, and it just spread it like wildfire. So
it makes no sense.
Internet, because of the internet. Sorry.
Fuck DJ Academics. He pussy anyway.
That's a fact. Fuck
nah, and like that's it, and then that's the thing though. Like, and that's what's fucked up. Like, move to right. Like, negativity spread faster than positivity
that
too.
Shit
so
spread like wildfire.
And then who's DJ Academics crowd? A lot of hood people, a lot of people who's influenced by rap. What do you see in rap? A lot of people talking about sex, money, and murder. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and what do people idolize? So it's like when they see some shit like that, oh, I could get clout off of being a dumb, stupid nigga. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna talk about my bodies in my raps.
Like wildfire.
I'm gonna show my guns and my location, and I'm gonna just look for trouble. And it's just,
but that's because that's all they have, man.
Yeah, and then that's a disease in the hood, and that's what I was like. It's all connected, and this is all fucked up.
But the
But
sad
that's
part
all they
about it
have,
is they're too
man.
stupid to realize that somebody else is watching. So
Yeah,
while
it's
you're
sad,
Yeah,
but I
posting
hear
all
what
this
Jimmy's
stuff,
saying.
the
That's all
FBI
nah,
they
is
got.
Jimmy,
That's
watching.
real. That's
Jimmy's
all they
right.
got. That's real. That they feel like it's real. Everything
Nah,
else is fake. Everything else ain't nobody care about them. Nobody. That's what
Well,
they have.
nobody get the
Yeah.
government and the state do not care about people, especially in their deprived rural areas where there is no jobs. The kids don't get up and they say, "Wow, yeah, I'm going to work over there. I'm working at Tungsten's. I'm
They know
working
they
here."
gonna get
No,
out.
there's no jobs. There's just a liquor store and a grocery store,
And a
Yep.
and
pawn shop,
everybody's
Jimmy.
gang banging, and that's
nah, I'm
Yep.
it.
not gonna
And
lie.
that
Yeah, Jimmy's right. Like he's absolutely right, and his influence. So like, imagine you were a teenager growing up in like a scrappy part of Chicago, let's say, for example. You feel what I'm saying? We already know about Chicago. We don't got to get into that.
Yeah.
What are you idolizing? Who are you chilling with? Who?
You
How do
looking
you
up
know how
to
to
it.
make money? Not even that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you looking up to
Since
these
you was
people.
this, since you was a baby, you seen this motherfucker
You feel what I'm
stuff.
saying?
Making
And like,
money, yeah, on the corner.
exactly. Like, so how do I only know how to make money? By robbing
That
and
way.
by shooting and
And
by
why am I
killing.
gonna
And then
go
like,
work at
it's
McDonald's?
fucked up. And Jimmy's right. Like, that's all they know and that's all they
That's
have.
all
And
they
it's,
have.
that's
and
all
we
they
just need to
have,
You
change
man.
have
that. You feel
something.
what I'm
If
saying?
you
Like,
live
it's
from
fucked up.
there and you
There is
get something,
nothing.
it's like, oh, I
They
got
don't go
this
into
candy.
their house. They don't go back home and talk to their mother and father because their mother and
A lot of them
father
getting
come from
molested.
the
A lot of them
deprived
are getting going to jail.
situation
Going
as
to
they're going through now. So it repeats itself and it's a cycle. Instead of making the country strong and bringing in things where they can go to their parents in decency and
yeah,
say,
but
"Man,
that's what they were
I
set
want
up
to play
at. You're right.
ball." Yeah, we had a basketball tournament, we had a football tournament, there's a soccer stadium. And this is what fell short in the 50s. They were doing this, but all of a sudden it fell short. They were having these academic centers where kids can learn science and everything. And that would have been an interest for them. But what else interest? Gangbanging, man.
Yep.
And
That's
that's
Well,
what
all they got.
sucks about this country. We don't give two shits about the people. I'm tired of liars and frauds and nobody addressing what is really going on and why you have these situations in America. It's not just black too. There's white rural areas
oh
in
yeah.
Buffalo, New York,
Sure.
that
Yeah.
are totally raising. You have kids in Mississippi, Oklahoma, Nebraska, and Kansas that are being raised by militias.
Mm.
Hate this one, hate that one. That's why you have, again, when you're brought into what you have, that's what you're going to take because there's nothing else for you to take. There's
Yeah.
nothing else for me to inspire by. That's the problem with this country. You
And
have
on that
kids
note,
being brought up as a high Hitler, you
I
know?
guess we're gonna come to the conclusion that things were better culturally when things were simpler, but we're gonna deal with it, we're gonna evolve. We're in the beginning stage of the internet right now, so you know what I mean? So
And
yeah.
that's the
as it
beauty
And
of
it's
it.
evolves,
Yeah,
only
like,
been
we're
around for the
gone,
last
but I feel
20
like
you know what
years.
I'm saying?
It's just crazy as shit. Which is
Word.
crazy as shit.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let Khalik make this last comment. These young have no morals or values. We all know it starts at home. The 120 lessons always kept me grounded. My mom made sure I knew who I was. Amen to that, brother. Amen.
Amen.
Word.
But guess
Amen.
God
what?
bless.
Amen.
Some of these
Good for
parents,
her, man.
they weren't taught either. But shout out thank you to the new guests we got here,
Definitely. Alan,
Alan and
Dennis,
Dennis.
What up?
Word,
Appreciate
thanks,
word,
y'all.
word.
thanks for joining us.
To me as usual.
I
And on
appreciate
that
that.
note, we're about to go ahead and log on out of this thing. Thank you for watching, everybody, and those who catch us later on. We appreciate y'all, and y'all have a blessed week. Until next time. Later.
Word, word. Peace and love. Word.